morning, my fellow Cavemen. So today is going to be the first competition of the week. Our goal is to give you a competition every week, something that you can be doing so that you can be ready for next year's Caveman Combine. Now the reality is some of the stuff we're gonna do, you may not have the equipment to do, that's fine. Improvise, right? Improvise, find a way. You don't have to do every stage of it. Like today, we're gonna be using our sidearm. We're gonna be taking some shots. We're gonna be using a 100-pound ball, which we're gonna be carrying a quarter of a mile, okay? So if you can't do all of it, that's fine. Do some of it. Find a way to do it with your friends, even if you don't have all the equipment. So I wanna say two things about the competition of the week, some things you need to think about. Number one, have friends you're doing this with, okay? There is something about a man, and I don't even understand what it is. If I say I can do 8 pull-ups and there's no way I can do more than 8 pull-ups, and then my friend jumps up there and he does 10, guess what? I'm gonna do 11. I don't even know what that is, but I know this, I can do it, right? So there's something about competing with friends that allows you to just push yourself that one extra step, which is gonna make you better. The goal is to get 1% better every day. Remember, you're competing against yourself as much as you are against your friend. If you will get 1% better every day, guess what? You'll be 364% better by the time you come to the Caveman Combine. Yes, Caveman can do math. Simple math, but we can do math. Okay, so what is the competition today? So, first thing I wanna say is the people that I'm competing against today, they are fierce, and I am gonna have a very difficult time defeating them. Let me introduce you to them. So it's me, myself, and I. I let my other tribesmen community members take the day off because they just got out of the Caveman Combine this past week, and I wanted them to heal from all their boo-boos and to get ready for next week because I didn't want to hear any nonsense. Also, I needed 1 week to try to get my cardiovascular up so they didn't kill me in next week's competition. So first things first, this is just for added weight. We're doing no carbine stuff. All you need is a handgun, okay? If you want to put an extra weighted vest, you can. This is a 100-pound rogue ball, okay? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick this bad boy up. We're gonna turn and we're gonna run in that direction. So we're gonna run all the way up to this point. So once we get to the halfway point of the quarter of a mile, we have a target up in the woods. We're gonna drop the ball. We're gonna engage the target. 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 in our bullets in our clip. We're gonna reload. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna come back. We're gonna put our sidearm in our holster. We're gonna put our other magazine up. We should have did that on the changeover, but we'll get there. And then we're gonna pick the ball back up and we're gonna run the other half of the quarter of a mile. Okay, so another thing I wanna say is when you're competing, you as a group need to define what you're working on, okay? That's very important. What are we trying to get better at today, right? So I'm not trying to get better today at pulling my gun and firing 3 shots as fast as I can. That is not my goal, right? What I'm trying to get better at today is I'm trying to work on, number one, a good pull, getting the gun out in place, and a smooth trigger pull, okay? Smooth trigger pull. I don't care if it takes me time. My goal is a smooth pull, okay? And something you're gonna learn is you can't miss fast enough, okay? You can't miss fast enough, right? Any Special Forces operator is gonna tell you that. I'm not that, I'm a civilian. I'm just trying to learn from those guys which know way more than I do, okay? So calm your panties down, okay? Anybody out there that's like, oh, who are you to teach these things? Well, I'm just relaying information, okay? Calm down, all right? We're civilians, okay? This is practical information for non-operators. That's what we're all about, okay? All right, so I'm giving you information from operators though. Okay, so what I wanna do is I wanna work on that. I only have 3 bullets, right? Then I wanna come back and I wanna change my mag and I wanna work on a smooth transition from magazine to magazine, okay? Now, we don't transition from here. Why? We don't put our head down. We can't see anything that's going on up here, right? We don't do it from here. We do it from right here. So 1, 2, 3, boom, I change over. I change my mag. Here we go. You know, you can drop your mag or you can work on putting it back in the magazine holder. That's up to you. Load up, 1, 2, 3. Come back, put it in my holster, pick up the ball, continue moving forward. So one thing I want to say to you guys is this. Let's say you're having a day like I am today, right? And you just couldn't find anybody to compete with you. I don't want to put that on those guys. I didn't tell them. I told them we were having competition Saturdays, but I'm pretty sure they forgot and I didn't remind anybody, so that's okay. But we'll be more mindful of it in the future. It's my fault, okay? But let's say you're having a day like today and you don't have anybody to compete with. The best way to motivate yourself or to drive yourself is to time every session, right? So every rep that I do will be timed. So from when I pick the ball up till I go take my shots, which I'm meant to mention, there's a circle with numbers in it. For every one of those circles you hit, you get minus time. That's how we would do this competition, right? So the 10 is in the middle, right? So if you hit the middle all 3 times, that's minus 30 seconds, right? You can't miss fast enough, right? That's what that's teaching. You can't miss fast enough, okay? So, but put it on a timer. When I put that thing on that timer, that time's what I gotta beat next time, right? And so that's how I motivate myself. That's how I drive myself in competition by myself. So by the end of this competition, I should have ran a whole mile with a 100-pound ball and a chest protector, which I don't know how much this weighs, maybe 20, 25 pounds. And I should have taken 6, 12, 18, 24 shots total. And that's a heck of a day to train for the Caveman Combine. Got a little bit of strength, I got a little bit of cardio, and I got a little bit of shooting in. Okay, so that's round 1. I got 3 more rounds. Now, let me say this, and you're gonna think I'm crazy. Let's say you're like, Caleb, I don't have any land to be able to shoot. Well, find a friend that's got some land. But if you can't do that, I understand, right? If you can't do that, I understand. But let me tell you this. Most people go and shoot and they never work gun mechanics and gun safety is one of the most important things you can work. So, get the setup. There are airsoft guns out there nowadays, pellet guns, that you can do gun mechanics with, right? You can do all that and you can work your gun mechanics. With airsoft and BB guns and stuff, you can work on everything in terms of gun mechanics now, for the most part. Now, you're not gonna get the recoil and that kind of stuff, right? But I can work on pulling, I can work on firing, I can work on bringing it in, changing my mag, getting back into it. I can work on putting it down, reholstering it, right? So you can work on all of that stuff when it comes to gun mechanics, and then shoot the airsoft bullet, whatever. All right, if you live in a neighborhood or something, but don't sell yourself short, okay? Don't just go, I can't do it. That is not how a caveman nor a tribesman thinks. He finds a way. So guys, I hope this was very informative, and I hope you can do this competition. Everybody in the comments below, let me know what your times were. Let me know how it turned out for you. You can shoot me some videos. Let me see that. I'll post them on the YouTube channel. All of the above. Now, I got to get my out of shape Buhani back into the next 3 sets. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.